Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first part of the quarterfinals for the Frag Champions League with full games and live commentary from yours truly. Without further ado, let's jump right into the first match of this video, LINCOLNPERTH versus ISSGONRAIN. Let's get right into it then. ISSGONRAIN versus Lincoln, both players playing Big Paku, Andromeda and Genkis, as well as Lucha. Lincoln decides to play Slimer, where ISSGONRAIN decides to play Rick Rock. Both players, however, are going to start with the Andromeda, rushing to the same side than their enemy. That allow Lincoln to get behind ISSGONRAIN and take down his Andromeda. Really good play on Lincoln's part. He's going to switch to the offensive. Meanwhile, ISSGONRAIN is unfortunately going to have the offensive advantage with Lucha, Paku and Rick Rock destroying the first bunker really quickly, while Andromeda, Lincoln's Andromeda, is still dealing with defenses. Amazing work from the ISSGONRAIN Paku. As you can see here, he's going to be able to take down both bunkers in the time it took Lincoln to take the first bunker. Lincoln, unfortunately, I don't think he will be able to turn this one around as Paku is destroying his tower. Lincoln, maybe he should, yeah, he finally switches to defensive, picks Slimer. He's able to create some space between him and the three offensive characters, being able to even take down two of them, only one of them, sorry. But unfortunately, the Lucha will finish the game before Lincoln can do anything. A really quick game one in favor of ISSGONRAIN. Game two, still on the offensive, still trying to make a huge difference. This time they're going to go for different bunkers, different sides at least. Still starting with the Andromeda. Really good offensive character, that Andromeda, isn't she? Another Andromeda duel that will end with another Lincoln victory. Clearly the superior Andromeda in this duel. However, she will have to turn back and go defend because... oh wait, both teams are on the defensive actually. Lucha is doing great work, and now that offensive threats have been dealt with, they're both looking towards making another offensive push. The Paku between Andromeda duel is unreal, but unfortunately will end in ISSGONRAIN's Paku's favor. Superior firepower at close range, especially lethal. Lincoln throwing the Genkis ability to try and create some momentum. Unfortunately, he misses. He should still be able to take down the Paku. Don't forget to update your game after this. ISSGONRAIN. Oh, ooh! I thought he was going to fall down. That's actually a clever play. Just allows him to get closer to his opposition, start making his way towards the bunkers. Meanwhile, on the Lincoln path, he's going to have to defend. Unfortunately, for the time being, there's still Paku in your base, taking down that bunker at tremendous speed. Andromeda, ooh, yeah, she got really surprised by the Paku turning around. Unfortunately, Lincoln's still going to be able to take down that Paku. And will Lincoln use this offensive momentum? No, he's going to stay behind and defend. Andromeda is a really threatening character. She's going to take down against three people the first bunker. She dies in the process, but ISSGONRAIN took the first bunker of this game two. What will come next? What? Ooh, nice Rick Rock stun by ISSGONRAIN. Unfortunately, Lincoln doing some amazing work with this Andromeda. ISSGONRAIN on the offensive again, finally takes the Andromeda down, and then will be able to take down the second bunker and go towards the tower. Doesn't care about his own bunkers being destroyed by Lincoln's Lucha. Lincoln's Lucha being taken down by the Genkis, really strong defensive character. Genkis will have to go back and defend the tower, at which point, unfortunately, it will be too late. ISSGONRAIN take this first match. Congratulations to our first semi-finalist. Moving on to the second game of the first part of the quarterfinals, we have ELMEATBALL versus Lex, both of them playing striker. This should definitely be an interesting match to look at. So naturally both players are going to immediately switch to striker, which, you know, I think is the right move in this situation. ELMEATBALL is going to walk on the bridge to get a advantageous position, misses his ability unfortunately, but so does Lex as he gets stunned by the Rick Rock, and very intelligently switches to Frost for the defense. I don't think Frost is going to be able to challenge Striker in this situation. Striker not too interested in dealing with the Frost, but will take him down anyway once Lex gets a little bit too close for his tastes. But Lex is doing some good work actually. Already took one bunker down thanks to his Paku, and working on taking the other bunker, forcing ELMEATBALL to cancel his own offensive momentum. Unfortunately, that's a real shame, considering ELMEATBALL had a striker and was doing some really good work. He's going to be able, unfortunately, to take both the enemy bunkers, forcing him to stay on the defensive. Lex going to defend some and then go back on the offensive. By the point ELMEATBALL decides to turn to the offensive, but still has a whole half of a bunker left to take, while Lex is already destroying his tower. The Rick Rock stun should give ELMEATBALL some oh, he doesn't manage to kill a striker. Oh, that's interesting. And Lex doesn't switch. Very confident in his striker. That will unfortunately get blown up by the Andromeda. But Lex still making this offensive push. And his characters will actually be able to take down the whole team of ELMEATBALL. ELMEATBALL without a team will not be able to defend his tower. That's so sad. This is a really sad sight to see, unfortunately. There's nothing ELMEATBALL can do at this point. Lex takes game 1. Congratulations, Lex, but there's still game 2 and a potential game 3. Both players going back to their striker ways for an impressive start. It does seem like ELMEATBALL is going to try and take advantage offensively by using the positioning of striker on the bridge. He's going to yeet that cybercar, but unfortunately that won't do anything. Lex meanwhile went back on the defensive as he noticed there was a lot of people on his side of the map already. ELMEATBALL's striker is low. Lex's striker did amazing work, gets blown up by the Paku unfortunately, but did a great job defending so far. And ELMEATBALL now is forced to defend. Lex is defended as well with the Dr. Frost, switches to Cybercop. A really interesting pick, that Cybercop. Did some really good work for Lex in the first round. He's going to take down the Rick Rock thanks to that Cybercop grid. And now both players are taking down each other's bunkers, which is really funny. As you can see, the Cybercop did another kill thanks to the grid on Andromeda. And I think at this point Lex already has one bunker advantage thanks to his big Paku from earlier. And yeah, Lex is going to get to the tower while there is still another bunker for ELMEATBALL to take care of. And as he gets blown up, maybe he'll switch to the defensive. He notices the Andromeda next to his tower, and he's going to try and take down that Cybercop while pay attention to that grid. Really good placement, by the way, for the grid. Whether you want the offensive or the defensive, it's a good. Always good. Make sure to place your grid near the enemy tower so that people trying to stop you get caught and die. ELMEATBALL really low on points, but he's going to be able to challenge the enemy striker. Will be able to make a full comeback. Lex now on the defensive. He has the offensive advantage. He has more points. All he has to do is defend his own tower, and until the end of the game. ELMEATBALL is going to get to that tower, however, and it will be another duel between Andromeda and Cybercop, and that ended really particularly. But congratulations to Lex for being the second semi-finalist of the day. And that will be it for the first round of the quarterfinals. The second round is coming soon. Thank you guys for watching and stay tuned.